Hello rail fans, and welcome to another French Fried Trains Minecraft train tutorial. Today we're going to change it up and work on a freight car here, and we're going to be building this CP rail cylindrical covered hopper. So let's get into it. I'm going to be building it on the back of the train I already have here, so I'm just going to hurry up and get down here to the end of the train, and I'm going to be taking out a dark oak stair to be the coupler. So come on down on the end of the train here and place a dark oak stair there to be the coupler. Underneath that, we put a dark oak fence gate to be the air hose. Now we're going to build our first set of wheels, and I'm using gray terracotta for these wheels. And an end rod goes in the middle for an axle. Then nether brick stairs upside down in a back-to-back T-shape pattern like this, that's 3 wide. Then another set of gray terracotta wheels with an end rod axle. Now I'm going to put a hopper on the outside edge on both sides in front of each of the wheels. In front of the stairs, we put dark oak fences. And that completes the truck. Now we're going to take black wool and, starting on the wheel, extend it down over the truck, and we're going to come out another 3 blocks past the wheel here. Underneath that, we're going to switch to black stone stairs to build the unloading bays on bottom. We got to get it upside down and facing forward. It was too tricky to do on that side, so I'm doing it here. Then we put one the other way upside down. And just like on the trucks, it's a back-to-back T-shape pattern that comes 3 across the rails. Now, still using upside down stairs, we're going to mark off where the second bay will be. So we're going to extend it out by another 4 and delete the first 3. And then we can extend this out to be our 3 wide for the next bay. Come around here and 3 going this way. Now we're going to do that again. So extend it out by 4. Delete the first 3. Then come around and have some facing this way, coming 3 across the rails, and some facing this way. And then again, 1, 2, 3, 4. Extend the end out to the other rail, delete the middle 3, and a row of 3 upside down going that way. Now we're going to take out our black wool block and come back down to the end here and fill this in 2 more wide. So on top here, we're filling in the middle 3 blocks on the second layer up. And keep extending this middle 3 down over all these bays that we build. And just keep it coming here. And then once we get to the end of this end bay, we come out another 2 rows of 3. Now on the next block down on the rails here, we get gray terracotta on each rail with an end rod in the middle to be the axle. Then take out nether brick stairs, and we place them upside down like this in a back-to-back T-shape pattern that's coming 3 across both rails. Then another set of gray terracotta wheels with an end rod axle. Then we put a hopper in front of each wheel and a fence in front of each stair. Same over here, fences in front of the stairs, hoppers in front of the wheels. Switch back to black wool, and we can fill in this middle 3 coming down to the end by the wheels here. Then we take a dark oak stair and stack that up to be the coupler, delete the one you use for placement, and a dark oak fence gate goes underneath for the air hose. Now we take out a wither skeleton skull, and on the right hand stair of each of these unloading bays, we put a skull here. Now switch to black stone stairs, and on the second block up on this outside edge, we're going to place them upside down and facing outwards, and we're going to bring that all the way down to the other side of the car. And we're going to do the same thing on the opposite side of the car. Bring upside down stairs end to end. Once that's done, we're going to take out black wool. And we're going to come around on top of the car here, and I'm just using this for placement. We need it to be on the 4th block in here, so we can delete these first 3. And we bring that 3 across the middle, and we're going to bring it all the way down to the other end of the car here. And once we get down on this other side, it's going to be the same thing. it needs to be on the 4th block back from the end of the car. And then we bring that across. Now, on the side of this black wool, we start bringing black stone stairs upside down and facing outward from this end down towards the other end here. Once we get down by this end, we're going to stop because we have to make the logo. So on the very end, we put red nether brick stairs and then polished diorite stairs, and then we fill in the black stone to the end here. And we mirror this on the other side. So we do the same thing on the other side. Red nether brick upside down outwards on the end, then a polished diorite, and then we bring black stone stairs upside down facing outward all the way down to the other end of the car here. Now, on the end with the logo here, on top of that on the outside, we place a 2x3 of red nether brick columns here. Then, in front of that, we're going to switch to polished diorite block, and we put one on bottom, one on top with red nether brick in the middle here. Then we can start filling all the rest of this car in with black wool, coming all the way down to the other end here. And then we're going to wrap around the end of it, and we're also going to go the same thing, 3 black wool high, down the other side of the car. Then we'll come on this end and fill in this middle 3 high, on the end of the car. Now, starting above this logo here, we put right side up facing red nether brick stair, then a polished diorite. Same thing over here, red nether brick on the end and then a polished diorite. Then we can fill in that middle, and we can bring black stone stairs right side up all the way down to this side of the car. Fill in this middle with black wool, and then start from here and start bringing black stone stairs all the way down to the other end here as well. Now, I'm not quite liking how the logo looks here, so in front of this middle red nether brick, knock that out and put a polished diorite block. Same thing on this side. That's a little better. And we're actually going to edit this logo some more. So come underneath here, and we're going to knock out this first black stone stair and replace it with polished diorite. Same thing on the top. Knock out that one, polished diorite. And then we'll turn this into a column of 3 polished diorite. That looks a little better to me. And now, of course, we have to do the same thing on the other side of the car here. So we'll come around underneath, knock out the first black stone stair, and replace it with polished diorite. Same thing on the top here. And then we'll turn this into a column of 3 polished diorite block. Now the logo looks good. For this next part, we're going to be using a command to give us a hidden block so we can actually place ladders. So make sure you have an empty slot in your inventory, come into your command menu, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to type slash the word give space @ the letter S space type the word structure underscore and the word void. And if we've done it correctly, it should give us the structure void block. So we're going to take this structure void block and stack it up on the corner here. And then switch to ladders, and we kind of have to know where we stacked it. And we can put a ladder on each of the corners here, coming up on nothing. And it actually needs to be one higher there. So another structure void on top of that with ladders on each of the sides. Then we do the same thing on this corner. So a stack of 5 structure void blocks. And then we put a ladder on the outside and on the end. Then we actually have our ladders going up like on a real hopper, and they're not having to be connected to a block. And then of course we're going to do the same thing down on this end. So 5 structure voids coming up, and then both edges of the corner with 5 ladders coming up. And then 1 more corner to go, 5 more structure void blocks, and then fill the corners with ladders. Now we're going to come on the end of the car, and we're going to go in our inventory here, and we're going to take out a black stone wall. On the bottom middle, we put a black stone wall here, coming up 2. Then kitty corner to that, we put 2 on each side, and then 1 on the top middle. This just looks like the support beams for the cylindrical covered hopper. Same thing down here. So 2 black stone walls in the bottom middle, kitty corner out, a stack of 2 on each side, and 1 in the top middle. Now we're going to switch to a black wool block here, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to fill in this top middle 3 going end to end. Now we're going to come on down on this end of the car here with a grindstone. And we need to get it placed so it's this way. So we have 2 grindstones to be the air reservoir for the brakes. Then we need to come down on this coupler and crouch so we can place a trap door. That was the wrong spot. We want it right on the end of this grindstone here. And then we close that, and that's the brake wheel. Now we come on top and we take out oak trapdoors here. And right on top of where these stairs are, we start bringing a line of trapdoors down to the other end of the car. And we'll do the same thing on this side of the car. So just keep bringing trapdoors down end to end above all these stairs here. When we get to the end, we have to extend the trapdoors out, and it's tricky to do. So crouch and place 1 here, and we can actually stand on this structure void and keep crouching, place 1 there. And we can extend out that other side, and then across the top of that structure void and down to where we're standing, and then place 1 right in that corner too. Then we'll come down and do the same thing on this end here. So I'm just going to go ahead and place them on the structure voids now, then stand on it and crouch, bring it across the end, and extend these out. Same thing on that side. On top, starting in the middle, skip a block from the end and make a row of 5 polished diorite slabs. Then we skip a block and we make a row of 5 black stone slabs. Then we skip another block, and this time we make a row of 6 diorite slabs. These are the hatches for loading. Then we're going to come down each side with a player head. I'm using a wither skull, and right at each end of each of these hatches, put the player head. We're going to do the same thing on this side. So right at each end of these row of slabs, we put a player head coming down the car. Now across this middle 3 on the end, we're going to put more trapdoors for our walkways, and also in between all these hatches. And then same thing on this end. And then in all actuality, I'm going to come here and crouch, and I'm going to extend this out by another row of 3. And we'll do the same thing down here. So come down to this end, come on top and crouch here, and another row of 3 extending out here. Now we need to make some letter banners. So get out a loom and come into it. We're going to need a black banner with white dye. We put a vertical on the left, horizontal on top, horizontal on bottom. New banner. Vertical on the left, top half white. New banner. diagonal, vertical on the left, top half white. New banner. Vertical on the left, vertical on the right, horizontal on top, horizontal in the middle. New banner. Vertical in the middle, horizontal on top, and horizontal on bottom. New banner. Vertical on the left, horizontal on bottom. Then we switch to black dye, and we take all these letters and put a black border around all these banners here. Now we can actually put them on the car here. Succumb, starting on the opposite end, and just spell out CP Rail. Make sure to leave a space between the words. So now it's on this side, and we'll come do the other side. Just the same thing, we start from the end, and we spell out CP Rail. Now we're going to take out a birch sign, and starting on the end of the car here, we're going to start putting blank signs every other block, going end to end down the side of the car. Same thing on the other side. This represents the caution striping on the bottom of the car. And there you have it, folks. We've completed this CP Rail 4-bay cylindrical covered hopper. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And everyone have a great week. Stay safe out there.